Hi everyone, it's Athena here. Now the video today is just a quick one. I wanted to talk about 4 toxic beliefs that some of us have. These beliefs do not contribute to a healthy sense of being, and they do not help our mental health, and sometimes they can also affect other people's mental health. So the first toxic belief I'm going to talk about is as follows. It says, I must be perfect, otherwise I am not allowed to feel good about myself or be a good person. Now, if you're somebody who has this belief, you are driven to succeed at all costs, even if this affects others. You have an overwhelming fear of failure. You are very rigid in your perfectionism. Unfortunately, sometimes you are even willing to manipulate others in order to reach your goals. And lastly, you may even become self-destructive and avoid taking healthy risks. The second toxic belief is as follows. It says, I must have the approval of certain people in order to feel good about myself. If you're somebody who has this second toxic belief, then you live a life where you constantly fear being rejected. You are very prone to people pleasing in most cases. You are extremely sensitive to criticism. You tend to avoid certain situations or people because you're terrified of facing the disapproval of others. And lastly, you feel uncertain of your actual capabilities. With this second toxic belief, I would say that you probably grew up in a very critical or dysfunctional home where your parents probably had narcissistic personality or some other personality disorder in the same cluster, and you were constantly made to feel less than you really were. You were constantly made to feel like you weren't good enough, and that is why you ended up having such low self-esteem, why you've constantly feared rejection, and why you tend to people please. The third toxic belief is as follows. It states, if I fail or anyone else fails, I or they don't deserve to be loved and they deserve to be punished. If you are somebody who has this toxic belief, then you are mostly motivated by fear and you are driven to excellence in everything you do. Your guilt will not allow you to do anything less than this. You are always looking for ways to punish others, especially those with many imperfections. You blame others for your failures. You believe everybody needs to be punished, even those who have not done anything wrong. This way, they are kept under submissive control. And lastly, you are a control freak. You have to be in control of everyone and everything. The last toxic belief is as follows. I am what I am. I cannot change. It is hopeless. So you have a very rigid way of thinking of yourself. You have given up on yourself entirely. You think it's completely hopeless to change who you are, and you are not even willing to try. The main characteristics, if you have this belief about yourself, is that you can feel very isolated. You are very prone to depression and passivity. You have intense feelings of shame, hopelessness, and inferiority. You pretend to be perfect so people don't see the truth of who you truly are. You don't talk to or trust others, and you refuse to feel your feelings. And sometimes you will discourage others with the same sense of hopelessness that you are feeling, because you don't want to be around other people that are doing well. You don't want to be around other people that are having a better time than you, that are succeeding in more areas in your life. So you want to bring them down with you. So if you can relate to any of these, then please feel free to leave a comment or send me a message. That's the end of the video today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you are well, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Goodbye.